Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjana. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and are in a winner mindset. So today I'm going to talk about dealing with jealousy and regret. Dealing with jealousy and regret, okay? So everyone can be successful. It's extremely important to internalize this fact. The universe is huge. There's enough success to go around and then some. Everyone's path is different. So it's important to trust your journey and be peaceful with others' journeys, right? It's not always easy, and I understand that. You can easily fall into lack thinking, right? When you compare yourself to others, right? When you have regrets of some decisions you've made in the past or some goals you've let go of or didn't accomplish, right? So how do you overcome that, right? How do you not get into that jealousy mindset, right? And regret mindset. So number one, I want you to focus on which goals make the most sense for you now, right? And be at peace with that, right? So what I mean by that is like whatever goals you've probably had earlier in your lifetime may not make sense for you now. So it's important to realize that certain goals or goal redirection does not mean failure, right? It just means that it makes the new goal makes the most sense for you right now, where you are right now in your life, and be at peace with that, right? So we have to redefine what the meaning of failure is, right? So that's extremely important to ponder over. Number two, I want you to engage in this mantra. Others' successes means more successful energy around me. Others' successes means more successful energy around me, right? That means basically good energy is floating around in the world, right? Hence, increasing the possibility, right, of more successes for you. So it's important to see other people's successes like, wow, yay, if this person can do it, I can do it, right? This is more positive energy. Next, I want you to also use this mantra. Everyone is a divine being created by God. Everyone is a divine being created by God. So, accepting that and being grateful for that, right? That everybody is here with their own purpose, right? To live out their best life, right? And we should welcome that, right? Because that only, again, like I said, increases good energy in your life. The last thing you can do is make a success list of your own, right? And read it daily. So, and this helps you realign yourself. And do this often, especially if you hear some success that happened to, let's say, your spouse or a friend or a colleague, and you get a little like, like you feel a little lack. I want you to read your success list, right? The list of all your accomplishments that you've attained throughout the years, right? And be very specific. And every little thing counts. So just write it there and then read it, right? And don't just read it when you're feeling lack. I want you to read this daily so you can always be in that winner mindset, right? So when you do come across other people's successes, you can be like, wow, right? You're already in alignment. So again, and studies have shown that people who remember, your subconscious mind believes whatever you tell it. So studies have showed that people who take at least 10 minutes out of their day to focus on their successes, right, actually accomplish more in their life, right, are more at a peaceful and a gratitude state, right? There's mind-body connection there, right, and realignment, and you're in a winner mindset. So do this often, guys. Okay? Remember, you are amazing, and the other person next to you is also amazing. And that's a good thing. All right, guys? Take care of yourself. Hi, guys. This is Dr. Farjana. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Today, I'm going to talk about how to deal with work bullies sometimes at home, and family dynamics, right? Like extended family. How to deal with bullies in general, okay? So I just want you to realize that bullying doesn't always happen just like as a direct method, right? It's not always you're ugly, right? That's one method, but there's several ways bullying can occur. And it's important as an individual to identify the tactics bullies use and then be aware of it, and then obviously detach. And then you're able to not personalize it, okay? Because you're like, oh, there they go again. They're using this technique today. Oh, she's using that technique. So as soon as you can identify it, be aware of it, detach, and then not personalize it and say to yourself, that's a her problem. That's a him problem, right? That's their dysfunction, okay? So that's how you are able to detach and not personalize, especially when you're at a board meeting, a work meeting, that you have to meet this team with certain bullies where you have to be like, okay, you just have to learn how to detach and just sometimes even laugh it off like, oh, there she goes again. There he goes again. Right? You have to just like find it amusing. So how do you diffuse certain bullying dynamics at work, extended family events, or even your own immediate family if there's certain bully dynamics going on? So let's identify them. Number one, it's very direct bullying, which is you're ugly, right? You suck. That's just direct, right? Number two, there's bullying that occurs where they just disagree with everything you say. Everything you say, any suggestion, they'll disagree. Number three, they team up, right? So there may be two bullies where they team up and everything you say, but we did like it. Oh no, we didn't like it. Again, the opposite of what you say, okay? The other form of bullying is where everything you do is wrong or you're not doing enough. So they'll say to you, oh my God, you're doing it that way? That's not how you're supposed to do it, right? So that's criticizing. So constant criticizing of the way you're doing certain things, right? Okay. Then there's another form of bullying where they talk about the problem for an hour, 2 hours. So there's this continuous conversation about a quote unquote problem. Okay? That's another type of bullying. So you want to, and I'm sure there's a lot more, but I wanted to identify at least 4 to 5 forms of bullying so you can understand that bullies exist, right? In all the various arenas of life. But if you know what tactic they use, you won't personalize it and think that something's wrong with you. It's a them problem. Oh yes, and there's another one too. Of course, you can't forget that one, where they exclude you. They exclude you. They'll tell some team members about certain, ways they can improve, right? And then they exclude you. Another one is they make you feel invisible. Like, just make you feel invisible. Okay? Other forms. So just be aware of which technique they're using. Oh, is this the disagree technique they're using? Is this the one that everything you do is wrong technique? Is this the constant criticizing technique? Is this the direct you suck technique? Right? Is this the exclusion technique? Which technique are they using? Identify it. As soon as you get into the room, like, oh, they're using this technique right now. Okay. Wow. You see what I mean? And then you just remind yourself, miserable people hurt people. Miserable people who have nothing going on in their life, right? Or they don't have true contentment, hurt other people. Remind yourself of that. Somewhere inside, right? They have unconscious behavior. They're not content. They don't have inner peace, right? And then just send them a prayer and be like, oh, send them a prayer and be on your way. Okay? I'm not saying you have to sit there and take the bullying and take the nonsense, but I definitely need you to be aware of what type of bullying is occurring, right? Process it, detach from it emotionally, and then take objective action. But do not get emotional over it. I mean, obviously you can process it if it hurts. You can let it out, you can cry. But detach from it because you know it's not a you problem, it's them. Right? They do this with everybody. Right? This is their thing. That's their MO. So don't get caught up in it. All right, guys? You got this. You got this. Just be aware of all the different types of bullying that occur. And call it what it is. Name it. Label it. And then they have less control over us. Their techniques, their dysfunctional techniques, will have a less of an effect on us. All right, guys, take care of yourself. You got this. Okay? You got this. Do not let go of your successes because of other people's nonsense words, okay, and nonsense actions. Do not. You've worked too hard to be where you are. Don't let them get to you like that. Don't. It's just words, right? Just air. Just like think about words are just air. Look, say something and just air, right? You can stop it wherever you want. You don't have to let it reach your soul. All right, guys, take care of yourself, okay? Have a great year. Bye. Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjana. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Today I want to talk about how to have productive conversations with people, right? People in your lives, meaning work, home, wherever you are, anything that involves people. So what I want you to ask yourself is, am I having an ego-based conversation? Am I having an ego-based conversation? So basically, you don't want to address wrongs or hurts when you had minimal sleep, worked long hours, especially if you're on your menstrual cycle for females. The ego will be the source of energy at that point. This will only exacerbate the issue. So do a fact check and then address issues, right? So you want to do a fact check, like, wait a second, did I get enough sleep? Wait, did I work long hours the night before or right at this moment? Okay, am I on my period? Okay, this is not the right time to talk about this, right? So you want to rest. Do a fact check, number one. Number two, you want to rest, recuperate, and then address the issue. Okay, I'll say that again. Do a fact check, rest, recuperate, process it the way you process it, exercise, whatever you need to do, and then address it, okay? Don't just go and say, hey, I'm going to have this conversation right now because I feel like this person did me wrong. That's your ego coming into play. That's your ego. You're already tired, you're fatigued, you're overwhelmed. The ego will be the source of that energy at that point. So just be aware of that. Okay, guys? All right, take care. Hi, friends. This is Dr. Farjana. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, I am want to talk about how to address struggles or issues with individuals, with people in your life, right? And how to make sure that you're not getting stuck in your ego, right? You're not getting stuck in your ego. So you want to ask yourself this question. Am I getting stuck in my ego? Ego arises in various forms in us, right? With poor me, I'm better than you, I wasn't included in this decision, right? It comes in various forms. So if you have already addressed your hurt one time, move on. Repetitive conversation about one topic may be highly ego-based, right? So you want to be aware of that. Secondly, oscillating between I'm okay with this decision, but how could you not include me, can be the ego at play as well. So do an ego check when you see yourself just persisting over this one particular issue, even after you've addressed it. Ego-based expressions only create hostility and pain in you and the other person you are engaging with, right? So you want to be extremely aware of it because the ego can very quickly take over. And then this becomes like a weekend-long fight. So guys, it's not worth it. So always ask yourself as you are addressing hurts and pains, am I getting stuck in my ego, right? A mantra that you can use is, did I address it? Yes. Did I deal with it? Is it dealt with? Yes. I'm done. I'm moving on. something like you want to use a mantra to help yourself, like to self-regulate. Wait, did I address this? Yes. Did I deal with it? Done. I'm moving on. Do you see what I mean? So then you're not doing this, again, what? Oscillating, right? You're not talking about this one issue for hours and hours, right? And just ruining the precious moment, the precious life that God has blessed us with. All right, guys, hope this is helpful, okay? Hope this helps your relationships and your people interactions. Take care. Hi, guys, this is Dr. Farjana. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Today, I want to talk about how to stop sudden toxicity that comes back into your life. Sudden toxicity that comes back into your life. Have you ever had this experience where you had a great year and all of a sudden, all these like old negative toxic patterns or experiences come back to your life and you're like, what is going on? What is going on, right? What is the new variable involved here? What's going on? So yeah, what successful people do is they identify anything that crushes their spirit very, very quickly, and they put a stop to it. No matter how inviting it is, they don't attend events or engage in interactions that make them feel less than, right? They'll just say, I don't want it. Nope, not worth it, right? They don't get stuck repeating the same mistakes over and over, especially mistakes from 10 years ago, right? With that interaction with that aunt or that cousin. They don't put themselves in toxic environments. They just don't. Again, no matter how inviting. So what are some techniques you can use to just stop the toxicity as quickly as possible? So number one, you want to make a list of the new variables that have occurred in your life, right? So did you attend a wedding, a wedding from your mom's side? Did you attend a wedding from your dad's side or an event, right? Did you start a new job with, the same old, a new job, but with very toxic colleagues? You have to identify what are the new variables that just occurred as soon as the toxicity increased in your life. Number two, after that, I want you to write down all the outcomes. What happened after you went to that wedding on your mom's side, right? What toxic exchanges occurred? What happened when you went to that event, right? From your paternal dad's side. Write it down. What happened after that work meeting with particular colleagues? Write it down. Identify it. Identify it. What are the new variables? And then what were the outcomes? And then you'll see, wow, you'll notice, you're like, oh my goodness. There was selfish behavior, there was gaslighting, catty games, exclusion, disrespect. So you're like, wait, oh, okay, now I know why. So then when you identify it, dissension making, right, slimy exchanges, just if you know where it's coming from, you can say, wait a second, I am not exposing myself to that again. I am not exposing myself to those events. Unless it's extremely important, I'll go for 30 minutes to an hour and I'm out of there, right? So, or find other methods to disengage, especially if it's a work meeting and you can't really get out of it. But again, successful people, they do not, and I'm going to emphasize this, they do not engage in toxic behavior. They identify it if they feel something's off in their energy level and they move on. Okay, guys, protect your energy. Extremely important. You have to protect your energy so you can do more great things in the world, so your greatness can shine. Don't let it get clouded by other people's toxicity, okay? Especially events, exchanges, interactions. Protect that energy like your life depends on it. Take care. Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjana. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I want to talk about what to do when people put you in a frazzled or lax state. What to do when people put you in a frazzled or lax state. Firstly, I want you to ask yourself, is this person using my soft spots to put me in a flight or fight mode. When I say soft spots, I mean, are they using my triggers, my fears, right? To put me in a certain type of state where I feel very frazzled. Number 2, I want you to identify who puts you in those frazzled states, right? Specifically, who is it, right? And then I want you to ask yourself, how does this person put me in this state, in a frazzled or lax state? How? What do they do, right? Identify specifically which technique do they use more of, right? Are they using your triggers? Are they using your, what is it? What technique particularly are they using? After you do that, this is how you're going to detach, okay? These are some solutions that you can apply. One is, say to yourself, everything doesn't have to be a flight or fight situation. You can even say it to them, everything doesn't have to be a flight or fight situation. Let's handle it one at a time. Let's not jump to conclusions, right? This is some techniques you can use to help to set boundaries with the person that's trying to put you in this frazzled state, right? Another mantra that you can say to yourself is, nothing is a big deal. Nothing is a big deal. This person is trying to put me in a frazzled state, even if they are aware or not aware, right? This person is trying to put me in a frazzled state. So when you're aware of this, right, you can detach and take care of the situation and minimize it and not make it into a flight or fight situation. I hope this is helpful. Take care of yourself.